Okay, so I just generated this piece of music directly in Gemini AI. So let me give you a quick 5 to 7 seconds preview of this audio, and then later I'll show you how you can create something like this directly in Gemini. So let me play the audio. Okay, so that was a sort of lo-fi with some Christmas beat, and again, it was generated directly in Gemini AI. Now, you might be wondering, isn't that impossible? Because right now in the Gemini platform, you can create a lot of things. You can create text, you can create videos, images, you can create apps, but music is not yet available, even though for the longest time we know that Google has a model called Lyria that is able to generate music, but they just haven't implemented this model onto Gemini until now. So recently there is a new feature in Gemini, especially the web version, that lets you use the power of Google Opal. So here in Google Opal, you can create a custom workflow that is being powered by some models from Gemini, including the Lyria model. And we can now generate this kind of workflow directly in Gemini AI. So let me show you how you can use it to generate this custom music generator that is powered by the Lyria model. Now let me just go back to Gemini, and basically when I'm recording this video, this feature is only available if you open Gemini on the web version. I checked my mobile phone, but there is no option for that, so I guess for the time being it's only for the web version. Anyway, let's continue. You can open the sidebar and then click Gems, and you see something like this. So this is still experimental, but I'm thinking that they're going to implement this in the near future because I think this is just too cool to ignore by Google. So here, these are some gems. It is called gems, and these are some gems that were created by the people behind the tool basically. But you can also create your own. So click New Gem. And there you go. So you can describe the app or the workflow that you want to generate. Just describe it and AI will generate a sort of workflow like this. So if you're not quite familiar with this node-based interface, then you can just use a plain English to describe the app. Now in this case, I'm going to be using a prompt that look like this. And if you want to use the same prompt, because maybe you want to generate music, then you can copy this prompt from the description down below. And let me just paste that onto Gemini. There you go. Control V or Command V. And let's send a message. So right now, just wait for this tool to build the web app, the custom workflow based on our description or prompting. Now, there are a few things that you need to know about Lyria. Even though I do think that the audio quality is great, Lyria is a bit behind compared to other models. Like it cannot generate a music more than 30 seconds, and also it is unfortunately cannot create a song. It is only music, instrumental, so there is nobody singing. So those are some limitations that you need to know. Anyway, we got the tool now, and if you want to use it to generate music, just click the start button and you can describe the music. So let's say maybe I want to generate lo-fi music with this scope, and send the message. By the way, when it comes to prompting, Lyria is a bit more strict. I think there is a best practice. There's actually this article that was created by Google about how to prompt with Lyria, and in general, what I can tell is that it's a good idea to make the prompt to be concise. So don't add too much prompting, just make it simple and concise. So that's my recommendation. Now let me just go back to Gemini, and by the way, if you want to modify a few things, you can click Open Advanced Editor and it will open the workflow or the app in the Opal interface, and you can do a lot of things. You can customize the description, the prompting, you can customize the settings, and yeah, there are a lot of things that you can include. Like maybe you want to generate music, but also you want to create a sort of cover album for that music. It is also possible, but this is sort of very basic, just the input and then the output. It's so simple, but again, you can improve upon this. Okay, let me just go back. Well, it's still thinking. It could take quite some time. Okay, there you go. So this is the result, and I guess let me just play the audio. Hopefully we can hear something. Honestly, not bad. It sounds really good. So yeah, it's really cool. Now, unfortunately, this audio playback doesn't allow for download. Yeah, okay, that's something that I think you can fix. So this is quite a problem, because if it is using the default HTML5 playback, then there is going to be the option to download the audio. But in this case, it is using the custom playback, which doesn't always happen, by the way, but it can happen regardless. So this could be a problem, but if you're not planning to download it, I think that this kind of workflow is still fine. And by the way, this is basically a web page, and if you don't want to have this custom playback that is preventing you from downloading the music to your computer, then you can customize the prompting right here in Google Opal, or you can also just tell Gemini, hey, I don't want AI, I don't want this tool to generate a custom audio playback. I just want to use it to use the HTML5 audio playback. And by the way, I guess I'm going to modify the prompt in the description, so you'll have a slightly different version, and hopefully will generate a version that lets you download the music. But regardless, this is really cool, and I think, yeah, you can reuse this multiple times. Just navigate to gems again, and then you can open the gem that you just created to generate this music. So yeah, that's essentially the step-by-step process to generate or to build an app that later you can use to generate music directly in Gemini AI. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Have a great day.